In agriculture, we have a lot of data coming at us each and every week, and USDA is a prime source of that data. They're known for compiling reports on all the different industries that comprise agriculture, and one person who's a big fan of seeing what the USDA is producing is our very own Max Armstrong. He's been keeping an eye on several of those reports, and he brings us an update on one of them.
I find it interesting, Mike, looking at those milk production totals from month to month to see what the dairy industry is doing in terms of the output per cow, the total numbers of cows milked, and the total milk production coming out of the major producing states. And one thing we heard at World Dairy Expo a few weeks ago was that not every milk producer these days is looking to just produce more milk. Dr. Scott Bascom with Fibro Animal Health talked with me about that.
We have customers now that have a harder time finding a market for their milk. Many of them are even under quota, that they can only sell so much milk. So we've seen a shift. Our customers are not typically interested in hearing about how they can make more milk. So we look at things that help them have healthier animals, more efficient animals, perhaps reduce antibiotic use because animals are healthier. Of course, healthier animals are more productive and more efficient in that way. But a lot of our customers are wanting to make more money producing the same pounds of milk, which is a different way of thinking than we would have talked about last time we met in 2019 at World Dairy Expo. That, then increasing production was an important strategy for our customers. Still is for many of them, but there's a growing number that isn't their strategy. So we've really gone back to our cores at Fibro. We focus on healthy animals and ultimately healthy food and healthy people and a healthy world. And so we've really put a lot more emphasis on animal health, improving the health of our customers' animals so they're more efficient, more productive. Not necessarily more pounds of milk sold off the farm, but maybe it's a couple of fewer cows they're milking or just fewer problems, maybe less need for replacement heifers. It varies from farm to farm.
Dr. Bascom says, indeed, there are some things milk producers are doing to try to do a better job of producing milk, not just producing more milk.
I saw a picture of a cow that my grandfather had in the 1950s, a Holstein cow. He was proud of. I don't know why. She was ugly as all get out. She made 8,000 pounds of milk, and he was proud of her. Well, today we see, top Holstein cows making 50, 60,000 pounds of milk. So all those little details matter, right? And that's where our opportunity is. It's that little improvement that maybe wasn't a big deal to my grandpa in the 60s is a big deal now, and the difference between being profitable and not profitable on many farms.
Dr. Bascom says producers can target improving reproduction, limit the heat stress in their cows, and try to limit the amount of disease as much as possible too, Mike.
Thank you, Max. And over the past several years, I've heard from several dairy farmers who have been modifying their ration to improve their dairy components, notably getting that butter fat number up to make more delicious ice cream.